Oh man, it's part 38 of this game that you just see on your screen right now. Man, I've been wanting to record for a while now, but holy crap, people are doing construction like right outside my window. Like literally, there are people standing right outside my window on the ground floor. You know, like painting stuff and tearing siding off the place. It's crazy. Anyway, on a Sunday, it's a Sunday as I record this. Holy crap, Kooper's been like slightly sick for the past couple days, so I haven't been able to record. Also, we have actually caught up as of right now. As of the time of this filming, the last episode that went up was part 37, and we were recording part 38, so holy carp, this episode goes up the day after it's recorded, which I think is the closest, shortest gap, in fact, between uploads. Maybe between Battlecade 1 and 2. Holy carp, 5,651... No. That was my... Okay. That was my death count. This is the death count. Password. Okay. Okay, 1613 is our number of deaths. What did we do last time? Well, once again, we got to a boss within, like, freaking 3 minutes. So, we were fighting against, Timmy Clones. And if I recall correctly, we have our wonderful little corner over here that we can get into to get through the first... a couple phases when it is inadequate, as we know. Average jumpability. Now after this, though, we gotta get our butts out of the corner because they're gonna take away our corner from us, and now they're gonna be jumping. Now, as you know, these guys like us die in one hit. You know what would be really funny if on easy mode, they each took 3 hits. Because easy mode you can take 2 hits and then the 3rd hit kills you. So. That would be pretty funny, but I severely doubt that's the case. I think it would make this boss much harder, for one thing, if you had to shoot at each of these guys 3 times. Okay, so we also have some abilities that they don't. Notably, double jump and featherfall, although they will be gaining those in a bit. The last one I believe was like, Jump Lust? It was I lost it at Jump Lust. I think was the last thing we saw. So this is a boss where I'm not really sure how I feel about like trying to do it. I don't want to say scientifically, but like trying to be in like specific spots and how am I trying to describe this? It's one of those bosses where I think I want to like feel it more than I want to analyze it. If that makes any sense. I think there's a lot of variance to Carp. I should not be dying that early. It's just very chaotic and it's tough to keep in order. So, which may make this boss incredibly hard, to be honest. Like we'll see. But it's a very fun boss, so it's good. The other odd thing about this boss, if I recall correctly, it's been a couple weeks since I played, is that unlike most bosses, alright, we gotta get the talking part done. Unlike most bosses, where like they come out swinging with their full array of stuff right from the get-go, this boss is going to be, you get this little kind of a warm-up every time, which is nice that you kind of get, a bit of a reprieve from the hard parts, but it's annoying because it's like, well, I want to get back to the hard parts. Like, come on. Speaking of the hard parts, here we go. Yeah, I'm just not sure about a good way to to systematically is probably the word I was thinking of, systematically be able to dodge those appropriately. I think early on it may be good to leverage, double jump and featherfall, which are advantages that we do have. And a thing I also remember is that I like to try to kill these things as they spawn. If you can kill them as they spawn, because they have a predictive, they just fall to the floor, right? They don't jump off the platform. So if you can get them as they spawn, you take away that need to worry about whether they're going to jump. Or even whether they will jump or not. So. Okay, so let's try to stay in the middle here and... Okay, let's do it with 1, Very hard boss. Very hard boss, but maybe the most fun boss, honestly. I don't know. Helga was pretty great. Helga was pretty great. Ivan was Dorito Dust required, but as you know, in the OVA, we were able to actually do incredibly well against Ivan, if I recall correctly. It only took like maybe 5 attempts. It was pretty spectacular. Here we go. We're gonna try to get them as they spawn. And this is actually one of those weird times where, like, I almost wish you had a melee weapon. If that makes any sense. Here we're gonna, yeah. Pretty much whenever I feel threatened, my instinctive response is gonna be run to the side of the room and like double jump, which I think will work for now, but will not work once they start getting more abilities, I think. And I would expect we're only about maybe the jump lust. I think is probably maybe halfway through this boss. There's gonna be additional abilities that are gonna be added, and I feel like I tested it last time. At the very least, it wasn't set. Which way, once the real fight starts, is what I consider. Once I have to move, once the floor spikes turn on, that's the start of the real fight. Everything before that is just time to breathe, pretty much. This part can kill you if you get a little lazy with your shots. Okay, I think he follows you. Is not the problem here, but the thing here. Go ram. Too much. Yeah, I can already tell it probably is gonna get on my nerves having to go through, having to go through this, and also like you have to be very specifically on this tile. It's not that easy to get turned around. See how he very hard boss. Herd bush. It's a herd of bushes. Herd bush. Like one thing that would make this game a little bit easier actually is if the NES controller had LR. If LR could be used to turn Timmy around, that would actually be pretty sweet. Alright, so that's how we need to do this. Like, okay, go ram it. Okay. I gotta get better at shooting them as they spawn. Shooting them as they spawn, I'm pretty sure, is the key. Because the thing is that every failed attempt is like, we gotta go through, how long does this last? Like, at least like 15 seconds or so of this like brain dead part right here. One tactic I kind of want to try is doing something like this. No, and like this. Where we just like keep shots firing on both sides basically, and kind of dash dance, to use the melee term. I want to try that. I think it's a good tactic. That's kind of doing it there. Alright, here comes Featherfall. Featherfall, in theory, is actually easier. Alright, good. Alright, here comes the Jump Lust. This is where we got. This is the furthest we got to last time. So we haven't made it past there, but we got it back to this point. Go Ram, it's already been 10 minutes. Thereabouts. 9 minutes or so. Alright, but I don't expect to beat the boss in this video, of course. You know, just getting back into stuff after a while, so... But I think we're pretty much back up to speed pretty quick, so you know, maybe it won't be too many parts, I hope. Oh, carpet. That's gonna happen again. That's probably gonna happen again, where I get lazy and don't remember where I am. Because that's one of the things that this boss promotes, is being lazy. The first 4? This is the third. Yeah. So this is the 4. This is the last one before the 4 spikes turn on. Alright. It's like sometimes it can be easy and sometimes it's just like nope. You gotta land those shots as they spawn. It's the best way. Like it just produces variance, you know? Like if you don't have to worry about when they jump, whether they're gonna jump or not, at which point in time they're gonna jump, it simplifies the fight a whole lot. And see, there's also a spot there. If there was like an R button to turn around and shoot the other direction, that'd be good. But if I press right to turn around, I know, or at least it seems like I'm going to collide into the oncoming enemy. So. I'm trying to think. There's something on like emulators. Like I remember the Super Nintendo where. Some Super Nintendo emulators allow you to turn on a thing where you can actually press up and down and left and right at the same time. I don't know how that's related, but it made me think of it. Carp! This guy just came out and jumped right on me. Oh yeah, and obviously we're going to need key 3, so like I'm predicting key 3 is going to be on the other side of that door. Or at least, you know, maybe another room after. Alright, we're going to have to go through this, like, I'm predicting at least 100 more deaths to this boss, at least 100 more deaths. And we really need to not be dying like that. So another big factor in this is shots on screen, right? It's like you want to spam shots, but you can't spam too many shots. You kind of got to be a little judicious with your shots. You can't just flood the screen with bullets. See, like that right there. See, I'm simultaneously trying to be like precise with it and just being lazy somehow. See, like that right there. I thought that first shot was gonna get him. All right, whatever. We need to quit messing around and just kill this guy. Kill the last of the automatic, what should be automatic parts. I also guarantee I'm gonna forget to get my cubby hole at least like 3 or 4 times. Right, I think I like him going this way first. I say as I completely foul it up. I forget why I like that. Actually, I don't even know if it matters. Alright. But again, the difficulties in getting turned around. It's like I was running into the wall and my thumb did not want to move. Well, it wasn't that my thumb didn't want to move. It was that I was trying to tap so lightly on the D-pad, and that light of a tap is not going to register. So that's kind of the problem there. Okay, no, let's just spawn to the left. I don't know why. I was thinking that it was spawning him to the right. The center guy to the right initially would be better, but it's proven to not be the case. So let's just keep him going to the left. It's also easier because I'm coming from the left, so. Okay, quit messing around with this one, like, I just jump. There we go. Alright, so we go like right here. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was easier. It's much easier going to the left. I should have double jumped right there. Double jumped over him. Because the thing is that they don't track you down, is the thing about them. They don't track you down, they just wander around and meander into you. And maybe they will start doing that later, but. Yeah, I think that's one of the things I think makes this boss really hard compared to some of the other ones. Is that you can't learn the entire boss. Like, you're not going to learn something new about the boss if you die too early, whereas with most of the other bosses in the game, it is possible to do that. Go ram! Sometimes I don't shoot, and I don't know if it's because I don't have too many shots on screen, or if I don't press B hard enough. But that one right there was like, I could have sworn I pressed B and nothing came out. So, and in the heat of the moment, I can't recall right now how many bullets I had on screen. You guys can see. Yeah, some rewind and see. Feather Fall like should be actually easier, I think. I feel like it should be easier. Just because like they're coming down slower and you can kill them as they spawn, but sometimes I still mess it up. Get in the corner. Get in the corner and get turned around. That's the only difficult part about the first 4 spawns. Go where I am! I don't even know why I'm dying right there. Like, just hit the button, Kooper. Good grief. Get turned around. Okay, maybe that's good enough. Barely. What the heck? It's like my thumb just locks up right there. Get turned around. Maybe that's good enough. Okay, shouldn't be. Oh, I was about to say, do not let me die there again. I don't know why I feel a melee weapon would be any better, because like it's not like there's any sort of difficulty in shooting. But I don't know. It's not like the shot like has any sort of a delay too. Like that's usually the thing with you know, range versus melee is that, well, you know, the range weapon you have to like draw the bowstring or something, you know, it takes a moment longer, but instead, not as opposed to just, you know, swing the sword. But I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. But I lived. Don't know what I'm doing, but I lived. Yeah, see, that was like just an instinct right there, and sorry, it's kind of really tough to talk on this boss. See how I'm oscillating back and forth like that? I think it's a decent tactic. All right, for this, if you ever made it. It's gonna start getting hard. I mean, it's already hard, but yeah. So I really like that tactic of dash dancing and keep shooting in both directions, essentially, and just basically just have live bullets out there for them to wander into, and then you know, when we need to, just, you know, keep firing bullets at a steady pace. I think it's a decent idea. So let's see how it looks. You know, like I try to keep dash dancing in the middle of the room, and then you know, run away from something if need be. Because obviously, you know, there's a lot of them to kill, and there's only one me. This is probably one of the bosses that is made much easier by easy mode. I mean, honestly, pretty much all of them are, but I think if you like collide with the body of a stationary boss, it's still an insta-kill, basically to disable you from like trying to walk through a boss. But there's not, you know, not all the bosses in the game are like that. So, like, I think if you get Cleo body slam, that's one thing. But, like if you walk into the owl bot or something like that. Okay, so that's all time. Blessed. Man. I should have taken cover on the far right side. Also, aren't they just analyzing the suit more than the DNA? Alright, like, I'm gonna slap myself every time I die before, you know, the real start part begins. Come on. Like, I'm legitimately going to slap myself. There's no excuse for dying right there. It's easy. Way too far. Okay. So, I was about to say not again. Alright. One thing I'm afraid of with this boss is that there may be like not a whole lot of commentary, because like you really gotta focus the heck on this one. Just because it's so instinctive as opposed to formulaic. Man. Yeah, I guess the thing, like, I have no commentary on this, unfortunately, right now, so it's just getting back to, where we were. And that sense, it kind of, like, has that same, I don't want to get slapped again. It has that same sort of, feel of like like standard screens, basically. You know, where it's like you feel like you're not really accomplishing too much until you get to a screen you know you haven't been to before, or your furthest point screen, basically. Man, should have just jumped around him. Which also reminds me, you know, of because that's kind of how Battle Kid the movie was actually originally made. In fact, was it like, okay, if I like show all the failed attempts at the screens, you know, like leading up to the point, it's gonna take forever. What the heck? Like I forget the exact runtime of Battle Kid the movie, but I was in that place for like, I don't know exactly how long, but I feel like it was at least 7 hours. Because, dang it. Okay, I'm not counting that, because that's the only actual hard part, is getting yourself turned around. Like, I know there's not another button on the NES controller, but man, it sure would be nice if there was like an R button to just turn yourself around without actually moving. Just adjust your facing. Okay, just get right here. What the heck? Ugh. And then, you know, this boss is very, very unique in the way that it's a boss, but it feels more like a series of screens, as I've stated before. But much like, you know, as you guys know, the most deadly series of screens, or the most deadly screen in most series of screens, is always, pretty much always, the screen right after the save point, because it's the one that you encounter every attempt, right? You're guaranteed to encounter it. Shut up and fly. I need to declare a moratorium on commentary. We're gonna be here all day. Moratorium on commentary once we get to the hard parts. Dang it! Okay, we gotta get everybody from the middle right there when that wave comes in. When I see them from the two far corners, I need to like walk I don't know, under either pillar. But yeah, so much like how the first screen in the series is very deadly, because you're not thinking, it's like, okay, I've been through this, you know, so many times. You get extremely careless, right? That's usually the cause of it. All right, shut up. So I think it's gonna be the case here too. Like it's gonna be a mountain or a slope of deaths. Bar the you know, this first part shouldn't be contributing very much, but once we actually get to the you know, past this one right here. Once the force light's removed. Shut up. Once the floor spike's removed, I think it will probably be like a descending slope in the number of deaths. So I'm not gonna ask you guys to count. I don't know how you actually. You guys are gonna death count this actually. Come to think of it. Like, do you count by which wave? Because that's gonna get really hard to count. Like, all of their attacks, at least so far, are just, you know, shut up. All their attacks so far are just, you know, just colliding with you. So, like, I don't know. I imagine eventually they're gonna start shooting, but. Shut up. Dang it. Dang it, I got really tired of dying with that right there. Like, I don't know why, but I don't have their arcs coming out of there. It's not ingrained in my head yet. It probably will be by the end of the night. Got him here. Alright, shut up. One thing too, like, I just know that last death especially, like, it must be incredible. Like, I can imagine it being like so obvious. It's like, just jump and go around and do this. But man, is it hard doing it with control in your hand. Quit dying to that. One good thing about the boss though, you don't have to jump to get into the boss. You can just hold right. So that's a very big annoyance that is on some bosses. Like the geography of getting into the boss room from the save point can be irksome. Alright, I'll see you guys next video for more attempts. I'm also like still semi-sick, so that's another reason I'm not being much in the way of commentary. But maybe that works out alright, because this boss kind of is good to just focus on. So I fully expect at least all the next part will probably also be attempts, and then maybe get into the part after that. That's my expectation right now. We'll see if it holds true. Later days.